My god. There's like. I can't play this game, apparently, without discovering something new. Hi, by the way. It's me, Chris. I was going to Alt tab from the game. Look what I found out. If you hold down Alt key, it shows you where the seals are in the world map. It's just like, yep. Hey, don't I have to scroll around looking for the seals? Why don't you just hold Alt? And it was like, yep, you just go this way. There's like so many little quality of life features in this game. I don't think I will ever find them all. You know, unless I like read a list of features, but that's right out. Obviously. Hi, by the way. Gonna play as a Storm today. Love the game, as always. It's my go-to. What can I say? Feeling like a Sparkdew crystal over here. I guess I could go to the south. It feels like there is quite a few of those, but then I would have to do Marshland's Ancient Battleground, and I hate that. So we're gonna go over here to the Royal Woodlands of Sparkdew Crystals, where you start with 6 impatience. So you're already a third of the way to losing, which is not a big deal. In general. At least I think so. Depends on the game. Anyway, let's start with the group. Lizards are good, harpies are good, foxes are fine. I usually prefer taking foxes only on the coral forest so that their specialty houses are, buildable. Let's just start with harpies. We haven't started with harpies in a while. I'll get a farm, sure. In fact, I'm sort of tempted to do this. Because we're already starting with 10. And just, like, having the full suite of renewable food feels good to me. Just because that's how I play. It's like, I want to make the most sustainable colony ever. Seems fine. The 7 money will help too. Let's go. Let's go. I'm also eating a bowl of food at the moment. Bit of a late meal today. Let's see what we got. Clear skies increases the speed at which traders arrive by 300%. That's interesting, because that means you could get a trader on year 1. Which opens up the possibility of safely opening dangerous glades, should I so choose. Also got people are miserable without housing. Blightrod says take longer to pop. No flattery if the hearth is corrupted. That could be bad or not. Nauseating spores, people take more frequent breaks if they don't have services. Nothing lethal, at least. So I can at least content myself with the fact that none of the mysteries are going to kill me. Just have to make sure we have housing. And what else do we got here? We are basically surrounded by small glades. Huh. That's abnormal. Usually there's a nice big scary glade next to the hearth. Why not this time? Harpy on the hearth, that's fine. We'll get our lone lizard collecting eggs, I think. Hello, Flamspike. How you doing? Let's open up our blueprints too. Ranch is great. You're tired? I'm sorry to hear that. Hope he's... Did not sleep okay? What was I saying? Right. The ranch is great. Because literally every recipe takes meat for our complex food needs. And I have a small farm. So that works amazingly. Got a case of the I don't want us. Oh, yeah, no, I get that. Especially if I have something to do and I don't do it. My brain's like, well, you can't fall asleep until, like, you've done it. And then I'm like, but I'm definitely not going to do it at this hour. And then your brain's like, yeah, well, guess what else you're not going to do at this hour? Like, It's very healthy. I love Lumbermill. Tincturing might also be okay. I'm gonna need dye for coat. No, I'm not. There's resin in the trees. I don't need dye for coats at all. It might need it for paste. Is there salt on this map? No. Probably gonna need it for paste then. Maybe even take the carpenter. You can do some nonsense things with carpenter. Good planks, gets me tools. It's tempting. That's something you have to do in 43 minutes, but you can't decide what to do for it because of the I don't want us. Wish I could help. Ooh, stamping mill's great. Gets me bricks, flour, and copper bars. Oh, that justified the carpenter so hard. Oh, that's wonderful. So what don't you want to do? Or, I mean, like, maybe don't tell me that over Twitch if that's not a good idea. Oop. There apparently is a hotkey for bug reporting. Didn't know that. Alright. Let's unpause. You don't want to play anything, but you need to stream. Isn't there... Is there not just something fun you feel like doing? Because that's my go-to. If I don't feel like it, I'm like, what would be fun, though? What would maximize my having fun? That usually solves it. And if I'm feeling utterly uncreative, I'll just be like, okay, whatever, I'll just play Against the Storm. 'Cause it's a good length for a stream, and I enjoy it. You don't feel like gaming, you want to lay in bed with a good book? Well then, you know, you could do that. You don't have to force yourself, I think. I say, having forced myself to start streaming even though I'm eating. But I was already late. Don't listen to me, I'm a hypocrite. I do like roots. Just always having a little bit of food coming in makes things more comfortable. Bed and breakfast is also great, especially with traders arriving a lot faster. Boy, now that I say that out loud, that sounds a lot better. You might play this. Well, I heartily recommend it. So, you know. Do whatever you want to do, I say. If you're not having fun during the stream, then nobody's gonna have fun watching you during the stream. IMO. You know, I enjoy these nonsense. For the most part. Do I open these yet? I don't really have enough wood for speedy real estate yet. Good length and enjoyable game. God, I'm gonna... When is Hooded Horse gonna sponsor me at this rate? What can I say? I just like what I like. I like me some city builders, and this one is a lot faster paced than a lot of them. Even though, like, faster pace isn't always what you're looking for a city builder. Because, like, sometimes if you're playing a city builder, you're usually like, I want to sit back, make a nice, cute little village, and just relax as I work on making everything nice and nice for the villagers. And this one's like, how do I not get people killed? How does one set up its Twitch integration? Oh, it's pretty easy. Just options Twitch and then log in. And that's the whole thing. Not that it's super interesting, but you know, people get to be a villager and wander around, which is appealing in its own way. Boy, these buildings are sure getting built slowly. Maybe my lizard can help build instead of puttering about collecting eggs we don't need right away. Let's open up some pet things. Problem solver, the rewards kind of unimpress me. Plus, I guess 3 parts is good, just takes a bunch of burnables. It's good enough. Quick transaction. Utterly doable with our current modifier. I just need, like, stuff. It gives me a coat making. Oh my god. Yes, please. And then Hurried Expedition gets me an apothecary. Gosh. Usually, I refuse to do 2 timed orders at once because it's a terrible idea. Because if I'm doing a timed order early, it usually means I have to focus like crazy to get it completed. And also, the Dangerous Glade is quite far away. But it's a blueprint with +3 jerky, which everybody eats, and 5 parts. It's so good. It's so freaking lucrative. Oh boy, just getting there is going to take a lot of time, and then we have to do the event in a short amount of time that almost feels impossible. But, you know, what's failing one order, right? Exactly. It's basically nothing. Alright. Quick transaction. Sell 16 value worth of stoof. Don't really need the rain mill because I've already got good flour generation. Just need to sell him stoof. Give up some resin. Gotta hit 16 on this thing. And then we'll just grab some stuff that would be useful. Tools generally are useful. If I can get 15 before I open the glade, that'll solve a lot of issues. Yeah, that seems awfully good. I need 10 amber, though. Hey, Chris. Yes, Chris? You need 10 amber for this. Don't trade amber, you dingus. Okay, fair enough, but also a little rude. Don't call me a dingus. I will once you stop acting like one. Okay, but again, really rude. Stop that. No. This was Chris talking to his own brain. That's a lot of wood to give up. It's like an upsettingly large amount. It's fine. Tools will be useful. And we get this instantly, which is great. Super great. We can set up a clothier now, and we can start making coats right away. It's great. Interesting options here. Cobbler's great. Granary's great. Those are both really good. Oh gosh. Cobbler's probably the play here. Both my people wear boots, so that'll solve their needs. Building material packs are very useful to have. A 2-star and the dye will be okay. Granary is good for fabric and pickled goods, both of which are very good. If I'm going to be making a lot of coats, I do feel like I'm going to need good fabric. Granary is one of the best things I can get, but cobbler is the best thing I can get for boots, straight up. Like, there's no better way to make myself some boots than cobbler. And I do love 3-star buildings just because it's maximally efficient. And that gives my brain good feelings. Let's see, can we get you guys closer to the glade? Yeah, good. I'm tempted to, like, cut a line through here, but, like, the problem with making a line to a glade is that only 2 people can ever chop a tree at one time, and if I have 6 woodcutters working on this, it's actually, like, weirdly more efficient to have them working on 3 trees at a time. If you're wondering why I'm not being a little bit more cautious with my tree chopping. Also lets me put the woodcutters closer. Got most everything I needed made. Farliff is leaving. I don't think I care about Rainmail enough to start spending. So I'm not going to. Alright. Once one of those is chopped down, we can get moving. Again, hurried expedition might have been impossible with all of the forest we needed to chop through. That might have been foolish on my part. But, you know, if ever there was something that describes how I play, that may have been foolish on my part would be a good descriptor. Okay. Just these trees now. Thank you. We gotta get this rolling as fast as possible. Escaped convicts. Well, we do have the tools for it. We have a harpy on the hearth so that they don't have to deliver nearly as much. So yeah. Just good there. Oh, I put this to 88, not 8. Oops. Oh well. Well, you don't need to be there. We have plenty of planks. We have plenty of fabric for what we need. You and your friend get to arrest these people. Early on, it's fine bringing them in, but we're about to hit the storm, and I can't take -8 resolve. That would be impossible. Luckily, they only need to take 1 trip from the warehouse to the event. Just hope that they don't reach it and then both decide it's time for a lunch break. Okay, one decided it was time for a lunch break, but the other is going for it. Okay, good. We did it. We got hurried expedition. And I found a granary, thus retroactively making my my cobbler pick the perfect choice. I'm so good at this game. I'm never bailed out by luck. Alright. Everybody's housed, so we're great. Lizards are less great. What do you know? I do need a builder. I could just swap the lizard to the hearth. makes us a little less efficient, but the efficient carrying we absolutely needed has already been done, so if any time's a good time, now is. Speed things up a touch. Can't wait to get more people so we can fill out some of these jobs. Because my dogged insistence on staying at 6 woodcutters continues to bite me in the butt in the early game. But on the other hand, it does give me a lot of wood I don't need to I can trade away. Frogs, but frogs won't have housing. Ruh-roh. Can just pull a woodcutter though. Oh, and he's like surprisingly fine. Okay, that's good. Frog person, you're going to be collecting clay. This needs to get built so we can make bricks. And we're gonna need ourselves a frog house. Because they refuse to live in wood. Oh, I guess I do have to cut a woodcutter. Fine. 2 woodcutters. Ugh. Ugh. Have I expressed my discontent with that enough? Sure, we kind of need the planks for... Do we need the planks for anything? No, we don't. Yeah, go rebuild the granary. Get some good fabric production before we start making harpy houses en masse. Speaking of good stuff we can build... You have a mug of tea. Boston has failed. Aha! You foolish British man! We are the ones levying tariffs upon you that are ridiculous and unnecessary. Got him. Not a cell phone. I sure would love a warehouse and a hearth near this fertile ground patch. Maybe I send these guys away, or I bring them in. Except I can't bring them in, so that makes the plan bring them in a lot harder. How's that working out for you? Terribly, thanks for asking. Let's see what we get here. Oh, gosh. There's some good stuff in here. Overzealous Architects, I have a love-hate relationship with this epic cornerstone. On the one hand, I really like upgrading houses all the way. On the other hand, fully upgrading 5 frog houses fits like, well, you know, 15 people because it's 3 times 5. 15 at the max, like, and 10 at the minimum. And like, to fully upgrade 5 frog houses and get 1 brew, to make full use of this blueprint, to make full use of this cornerstone, requires you to, like, either make a ton of houses pointlessly or have 40 frogs and also never make extra rooms for them. This never, ever happens. Never, ever, 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 ever. And yet sometimes I pick it because I'm that addicted to free blueprints. Anyway, we're going counterfeit amber because it will give me $1 billion money. And I like money. Alchemist's hut. Just chucking blueprints at me left and right from these orders. I love it. Keep it up. I have no way of making trade good packs. I'm currently sitting on a +1 to trade good packs, so an extra +1 would actually be pretty sweet. I could start doing some nonsense things with it. It's a tough choice, actually. This may just never happen if I click on this. Maybe I just leave that one open. There's no real need to click on it right now. Trapper's Camp, Herb Garden, Greenhouse. I mean, the herbs are useful for incense and tea, but I can also make that out of other stuff. You have any nodes I particularly need to exploit? Not really. Am I picking the greenhouse just to get herbs? That feels weird. Oh no, don't. Ketsu, I very recently listened to Joe Cat's FF14 Money, Money, Money song. So don't get that stuck in my head. There will be problems. Very normal problems. It is definitely early enough to bring these guys in. I just need some berries. See, I think once these guys are done, I'll just bring in some berries. Also, I need to swap you to the hearth, because I need carrying capacity way more than I need resolve right now. Because no one's high enough at resolve to be happy, unless I favored the harpies. Boy, that sure is tempting. Just set those up for later. Got all of our basic building materials, buildings being built, so that's good. Hello, sir. Thank you for delivering 10 gold to me. Ooh, wow. Some good stuff. Some very nice stuff. Skewers is good. Biscuits is not useful at all. Porridge is good.
Hello.
I also would love obsidian sickles, because there's no way I can modify... Without humans, there's no way I can modify farm speed. So that definitely helps me not lose a ton of crops to just sitting in the field. Which probably is better than the cookhouse, but I can afford both, so why would I even give that any thought at all? Why give it any thought at all? Just buy things. I'm an American. Anyway. Feeling an awful lot like I should break into these just because I need the space. I also need to make a blight post soon, because I do have that whole make purging fire thing. So I just... Alright. You two collect berries. At some point, I'm sure we will bring these guys in. And this place is gonna make fabric. Lots of fabric. With all of my nobody that's free to do that. I guess it's you. Congratulations. You, I would definitely like collecting eggs, but we're kinda not there at all. I don't need this many planks. I mean, it would be nice to have, but I don't need it. So, you get to leave. Zorg is leaving. I think we've bought everything we want from him. Goodbye. Thank you for arriving. Yet another small encampment. Can't help but notice I found no water so far. Makes me want to open another glade to see if I can find some drizzle water. So I'll do that. Okay. What do we get? Oh my god, it's drizzle water. Literally everything I asked for happens. Could I have world peace and $1 million? Okay, I don't think either of those happened, unfortunately. My powers must be malfunctioning. And that's the only explanation. You guys come down here. I need this area cleared. So we can have nice housing districts. We'll upgrade the hearth in anticipation of the new arrivals, which is either going to be these people or the actual new arrivals that will arrive soon. Now I'm getting more and more tempted to just chuck eggs at these people and tell them to go back to the Citadel. Oh right, I don't have as many woodcutters as I usually do. Let's fix that, I guess. Don't really need this stuff built right now. Let's just have you go to the encampment. It's fine, we'll get more people soon. And we'll fill out all of these jobs. Herbert gerbs. Hello, Sahilta. Boy, you guys come fast. Some good stuff in here. Woodcutters moving faster is usually a very big help. Usually. Trapper's Camp would be nice just to get the blueprint. Yeah. That seems okay. Might ditch a little wood with her just to get the axes, so we can get more wood. Spend wood to make wood. That's a normal aphorism. I don't even know if aphorism's the right word for that. It probably isn't. I don't know why my brain decided it was, but it did. Newcomers have arrived. Hello, friends. Certainly I have places for lizards. Had them on the hearth and collecting eggs. I'll have a ranch at some point that I'll need to fill out. Sure, a lot of good things lizards can do. For now, we're lacking housing in a big way. Might have needed the frogs more than I needed the lizards, just to make sure they're working on stuff there. Obviously, we can't live at level 2. Haven't improved the living conditions of anyone at all. Alright. You, sir, make some bricks. Just halt wood cutting? Is that what I'm gonna do? Ick. Ick. Ick, ick, ick. Don't like that at all. Kind of have to, though, till we get some measure of housing available for everybody. Which means I should probably fill out the granary, although our big stopping block is we have no plant fiber. Well, that's unfortunate. Like an okay place, kind of. You put it there, move the ranch elsewhere. I am gonna have to think about how to get this settlement up and running a lot faster than I usually do. Which means I need people chopping wood here. Which is gonna be hard given that we can't afford to run woodcutters right now. Well, that's gonna slow me down, isn't it? Didn't uncover any plant fiber. I guess Sahilda's here. I could just buy fabric and put up a bunch of houses. Certainly, there's worse ideas. Well, at least that solves my complete lack of plant fiber issue. You can't even make fabric. We have nothing to make fabric out of. Just go help build. Go help build. It's what we need the most. Pause brought to you by Sahilda leaving. Hi, Whimsy. Yeah, it's a fresh cycle. Starting off on just the most bog standard map I could possibly bog and standard. What's your problem? No eggs. No eggs? Really? Well, that'll get solved. Leave her one egg short. Utter nonsense. We've got enough good housing up. If I swapped to Lizard on the Hearth, maybe we could handle level 1? Sort of. We can definitely sort of handle level 1. Just need the frog house to be built. And for that, we need bricks, which means you need to deliver that immediately. And prepare for the pompous bat villagers coming out at some point. I sure am. I am, in fact, participating in the beta for that. I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it that much. But I don't... I think it's entirely a personal preference and I don't vibe with bats. Maybe because of the aforementioned pompousness. This place needs a warehouse. 4 certain. 5 certain. So we'll get one down there. Put a ranch pretty close nearby, maybe here. And then we'll replace this with a hearth once these guys are out of here. What do we got today? I see a world where I make a lot of training gear if the game goes long. I'd prefer if the game didn't go long, but it could. Small press is free oil making pie. I can't make pie though. So it's a bit of a someday in the future this might actually be good. Maybe. Which isn't much of a ringing endorsement. Prosperous archaeology is okay. I can make tools in theory, but I haven't found any caches. So I'm unlikely to be making tools. Granted, I mean, I do have some copper ore. I could start making it and start making that. But it takes so long to actually pop off. I never noticed Prosperous Archaeology actually doing anything. I don't see any of these doing anything. You recently finished your perfection run in Stardew Valley. It was quite a feat. Nice! That takes a long time. Oh my goodness. But you reached the top of the mountain. I do enjoy the really good sprinklers that you get along the way, though. I love an efficient farm. I guess I have to choose this now, huh? Let's go for export specialization. I like being able to make packs ridiculously. Oh, that's rude. I can't make trade good packs right now, game. What are you doing? Who's arriving next? Is it Lootbox Source? Is he gonna sell me some trade good packs? No, he's not. Only took until winter year 3, really? That's fast. Did you go the JoJo route or the community house route? It's like actually just can't happen. It's tempting me. He was like, oh, I heard you needed some pie. And I was like, I do. I'll do this. But I literally can't. And then it laughs in my face. It's pretty rude of it. No JoJo used whatsoever. My man. It's a lot more straightforward to go JoJo route, but at the cost of your soul. Boy, it sure took a while. It's taking a while for the Blight Post to exist, huh? Some players have done it before the end of year 2. They're crazy. Yes, they are. Like, they're extra crazy not because they have embarked upon a ridiculously difficult speedrun, but also like, bro, it's a cozy farming sim. What are you doing? You're supposed to relax with it. I kid, of course. The fact that there's a limited amount of time each day and a lot of things are on a timer makes Stardew Valley surprisingly stressful. Like, I play it by waking up and thinking, okay, what's the maximally efficient thing I can do today? And then I do that. You never could get into Stardew too stressed out about the time. I understand, and like, I could say to you, you really don't have to stress out about it. You have plenty. You don't need to maximize your time spent, but I understand if your brain is like, no, you don't understand. I actually need to maximize my time spent. You can change the speed the time ticks by. Don't you need a mod for that? Could have sworn that was a mod. Which, by the way, completely recommend that mod, if it is a mod. You did perfection all without alcohol, without dying, and you're content about it. You should be. That sounds really, really hard to do. Taking the shoe mold here, by the way. Maybe some pipes? Could definitely use some pipes. I do enjoy getting some rain punk going. But yeah, I think the slowdown time mod can feel like cheating for sure. But on the other hand, like, I highly recommend it if you're playing a multiplayer, because if you're playing multiplayer Stardew, the timer doesn't stop when somebody's in a cutscene, which is like very rough, because you either have to skip the cutscene as fast as you can, or you have to accept that all of your precious time is being drained away, which sucks. But with the time slowdown mod, you can take things at a much more relaxed pace, and like, it's a single player game. Who cares if you cheat a little on it? And it's really not cheating, because you're still limited by energy and money and stuff like that. So even with infinite time, you can't really like totally maximize the day. Anyway, what I'm saying is that like half speed does not feel very much like cheating, and it makes the game a lot more fun. So if you ever want to try to get into Stardew Valley and be more relaxed, highly recommend that. Highly. Vlies is leaving. I could get furniture for a +1 global resolve. It is just good. It is just good. Playing Aska and preparing for a skeleton invasion. Much less stressful. Oh man, I should stream Aska. Although the problem with Aska streaming, I think, is that the pace is a little bit glacial. At least the way I play. Because man, is it ever like, oh, you want to build a house? Well, my friend, you got a lot to do. You gotta pick up stones, you gotta watch your thirst, and if you want villagers to do that stuff for you, boy, you better be prepared to make sure they're okay. It's there's a lot to it. Maybe I actually do want to do that just to show it off, because it is. I don't know if it's fun, but it is weirdly appealing. I don't know if that makes any sense. But it makes sense to me. Okay, you've run out of stuff, so. Oh, I never allowed you to use fuel. Whoops. Oops. You're up to 15 villagers and still getting the basics sorted. Yeah, nah, that tracks. Getting even the remotest amount of automation out of Aska is really tough. Also, I should like grab you and like force you to play with me at some point. Players are obsessed with a game called Blueprints recently. Yeah, I have been watching a playthrough of that, and I kind of regret watching it because it looks like a fun puzzle game. Although, like, it also feels a little bit at odds with itself, because why are we making RNG part of how you solve the puzzle in your puzzle game is a question I ask. Where it's just like, oh, I know how to solve this riddle, but also I can't because I didn't get X room this run. You did that with Oberdin. Stop spoiling puzzle games for yourself. I didn't. Okay, now I have to defend myself. Look, when I saw it, I thought it was merely a roguelike. And I was with a few puzzle elements, and I was like, oh, well, that's kind of lame. I don't care about that at all. And then I watched it, and I was like, oh, actually, no. It's like Myst, but it's also got roguelike elements in it. And I was like, dang it. Now I wish I hadn't spoiled myself on it. So that's the story. Anyway, I'm very persnickety about what I purchase as games, so I usually am like, oh, I need a preview before I get anything there. I can't possibly make a purchase. That would be impossible. And then this happens. It's terrible. Fantasized about foreman mode in a Minecraft-like game where several characters do the mining and building for you. That would be kind of fun. There is a Minecraft mod like that, I think, where it's like, oh man, which one is it? It's not Mine Colonies, because you have to do a lot of work for that. But Mine Colonies sort of works like that, because you can eventually make a functioning mine and have people like chopping trees and doing the mining for you, and then you just set out building locations, which is cool. There's also one where it plays a little bit like Civilization, where you can where villagers just kind of do everything. They make their own slowly developing settlements. That one's fun. They are, Minecraft mods though, so you gotta take the good and the bad in those cases. Stability is always a question with those. Let's get that blue glowing thing out of my face. Oh, speaking of games though, I should worry a little about my complete lack of brick building materials. That's about to become a big problem, huh? Yeah, probably should. Probably should. Okay, we got a lot of specialty housing. How are we doing at level 2? Badly. Fair enough. Guess we're having our woodcutters again this year. You're done there. That, I suppose. You're chopping over here. Oh man, we really could use a flax field as well. There's a lot of things I need in this game before it really takes off. For example, doing any of my orders whatsoever. That would also help me take off. Yeah. My big problem is that I failed to get the grade going this year. Yeah. Let's get the ranch over here. This is a good location for it. They'll collect grain directly from the small farms so that the farmers don't have to make as many trips to the warehouse, even though the warehouse is literally right there. But they won't have to, and that's a big deal. I think we're good this year. Wait, how did I... I drop so massively in hostility? It's because of the hearth! Right. Building a hearth gives you like minus 30 hostility. So you can have more woodcutters. Yay. Now I feel like I can fast forward. You're busy making purging fire, which is good. I'll need you to make more. Also definitely going to need to make complex food darn soon. Should probably set ourselves up for that. Yeah, for sure. Oh, hi, Woodcutter's Prayer. Can I sell you wood? I don't think I can sell you wood. I cannot sell you wood. That sucks. Any of this stuff good? Could buy the blueprint just to get it out of the pool. Oh. I have been known to do that when I'm flush with cash. I do love Woodcutter's Prayer because it gets you an absurd amount of burnables. But it is also the Royal Woodlands. You've already got basically doubled wood production anyway, and that's usually enough. Improvised Tools is also pretty darn good. Well, actually, Improvised Tools is amazing. It's basically its own win condition, which I could probably click on and win a lot faster with. It sure does sound like a good idea when you say it like that, huh? I don't know. I'm kind of married to long-term plays just because I want to make a nice, sustainable settlement. So when I quit, I'd be like, oh yeah, my villagers will be okay. Queen's Gift is also amusing. It's like... It's certainly good right now, given that I still have a ton of orders to do. Because it's basically, hey, what if you have tools, every order you complete is actually 1.5 reputation. It's kind of great. But on the other hand, it also puts a cache in a random location, and it gets in the way of my building and drives me bonkers a little bit, so I'm not doing that. Building materials, I've got a good house for that, so may as well do that. Speaking of things I may as well do, let's finally get that cobbler built. Also want to make the cookhouse at some point. Ooh, could I fit it in here? Sort of. I could sort of fit it in there. Problem is this vegetable patch is in the way. Me when I open a dark gate near the end and decide it's not my problem. Look. That is 100% the rational way to play. And there are people who are way better at this game than I am. Like, for example, Dendrian, who I think was here. He's just legit better than me at this game because he does things way faster, and time is a huge factor in the game. It's a huge limiting factor, so getting your everything done as fast as possible is smart. But I sit here being like, yeah, but the thing is, what if instead I made the village pretty and pointlessly sustainable? And then I win on gear 7 instead of, say, 4. But I'm making peace with that because, end of the day, I want to play the game fun in a way that makes it fun for me. And this is the way it makes it fun for me. Why did I queue up a harpy house when I only have 10 harpies? What was past me smoking at the time? I don't know. Oop. You need to do aesthetic runs on P20. That's hard, though. That's really hard. Rushing isn't too important. I disagree. Like, rushing it provides a lot of benefits. The more bad nodes you do on the world map, the more supply packs you can get. And the more supply packs you can get, the easier the later stages are, and the more stuff you can do. And the more meta resources you get. Like, it's just... being able to complete a game quickly is just 100% a boon. Alright, please transmute all of our grain into meat. Using the magic of butchery. Not to mention the fact that one of the biggest mechanics of the game is that you get 45 hostility per year, so the more you delay, the harder it is to handle just living. It gets dangerous. So yeah, there's a lot of benefit to going fast. Not that that convinces me to do such. Man, do we ever need a flax field? You meant it's more like you're expected to win in about 6 to 9 years. Nice. Yeah, I think that is how the game is balanced around it, especially since with some of the recent Cornerstone changes, where they made like certain challenges were like, oh god, what was that one challenge where it was like, have 3 fully upgraded hearths by year 8 or some nonsense, and it's like, how does one do that? And they changed it to like 10. They increased the time limit on a lot of things in a recent patch for balance reasons, which was smart, and also suggests that they may be thinking that, yeah, maybe we overestimated how much we want people to rush things. Just a touch. At least I hope that's the case. Boy, that could turn into a lot of fabric, huh? That sure seems good. Sure seems good, and I'm going to click it. Now what do I do with all these people? Good question, me. Thanks, me. I sure do my best to have good questions. I guess we're about to need the cobbler. We're about to need the cobbler, and I would love some building material packs being made too. So maybe we do that. Turn more of our wood into planks, put that into boxes and sell it. Seems okay to me. Where's some harpies that are not being optimized? You harpies aren't being optimized. Go to the cobbler. Three or four is for those who specifically try for it. Yeah, you do have to get a little lucky to manage 3 or 4 as well. It's too stressful. I don't want to play that way. I'm trying to relax in these games, generally. Spend 10 money to make 10 money 25% faster. Sure. You did a 4-year win on your second settlement. It was Pioneer. Well, Pioneer is a little... That's a little easier, but I'm talking people who are like, oh yeah, I just won in year 3 on P6. I got kind of lucky, and along with my normal playstyle. There are very good players out there. And like, I don't know who is, like, as I mentioned, I am poking around with the open beta, and sometimes I wonder, like, man, I would hate to be a game dev, even though I'm trying to be one. Because, like, who is the demographic you cater to? Because a lot of people are like, well, you know, the game's a little too easy on P20. I hope they come up with, like, harder difficulty modes. And I'm sitting here being like, are you kidding me? I need, like, a certain amount of luck to make sure I win P20. I'm like, who are you people who are that good at the game? I don't understand. And, like, do the devs cater to the hardcore players who are like, heck yeah, give me more of a challenge? Because, I mean, like, if I can beat Queen's Hand Trial, I can't imagine how these other people are feeling. Like, oh my god, yeah, Queen's Hand Trial, more like Snooze Hand Trial, am I right, folks? Yeah, got him. P30, yeah. Ah yes, we decided to quadruple merchant pricing. You only get one blueprint, and it's slated to be the worst blueprint that could possibly pop up for you. Have fun. You saw a joke list for P21 to P30? Oh man, where'd you find that? That sounds hilarious. And partially terrifying. Oh my god, where did this last frog come from? Oh no. Well, I certainly have a lot of glades prepped for opening during the storm, don't I? Because, like, P21, lizards may eat humans. P22, play with wet socks. Oh, that's just mean. P23 enables the fishing minigame. P24 resets all recipe limits. Oh, that'd be rude. It'd be so rude. I love it. We just, like, out of bricks, period. Is that what's going on here? That might be what's going on here. That mildly troubles me. And yet we're okay. As long as this frog house gets up at some point during the storm, we're all gonna be fine. P26 only 1x1 speed. No, that's... I admit that would be a little frustrating, but I do tend to play on 1x speed just because I'm paranoid and a scaredy boy. Tell you what, Shattered Obelisk being always on would make me tear my hair out. Because I need to be able to pause, dang it. Let's get you in the cluster too. Should probably make building material packs in here, come to think of it, given that I need way more boots than I need coats. Yeah, that sure makes a lot of sense. How are we doing on impatience? Oh, we just got another tick. Fair enough. I can't. Stop being lazy with your swipes, Chris. Right. Let's break open a couple of glades. Over here sounds good. Pop into these. -1 global resolve for each duplicated decoration. Stop spamming parks and gardens. But look at the symmetry here. You have to have duplicated decorations. Ugh. Blasphemy. Oh my god, it's a flax field. We did it, guys. We found cloth. P28 enables microtransactions. You want $2 for 25 amber. Best value. Oh man. I would say make an April Fool's Day patch do that, but that would still be out of line. What do I need here? Grain kind of makes everything. Grain kind of does just make everything. Bad. Cookhouse there, I think. Make sure the entrance is at least pointed not towards a wall there. I don't know, this is all fine. Peasant supplies, whatever. Maybe we can start doing trade routes. Hi. Serving the people sure is a lot easier and more useful, huh? Out of copper, out of bricks. Well. Kazoo music. In the P30, the Queen slaps you like Will Smith. You keep the Queen's name out of your goddamn mouth. I need put a woodcutter back onto work. Huh. Well, there's a way to solve the clay problem. Except they don't have any clearance water. Might be a sit on that and wait to see what happens kind of thing. Drag some houses over here also. Loot box horse is leaving and I don't have any money for him. Guess I could trade him some of the packs I'm making for my orders. Which feels like a dumb idea, but is an idea. Just buy one. Just a little bit of grain so we can buy a blue one. +1 to root production. Oh boy. Thanks, bro. That sure is useful if you squint. Do you want an extra frog? Is my choice. Sure. We have the house for it. Why not? I should be more worried about this. But I'm feeling strangely blasé. Maybe it's because I think we'll be fine. Sure. Sure. It's an okay price. Now I have all these people that are doing nothing, though. Let's get the frogs on the sea marrow. Yeah, you guys can swap out of there. There's anybody working in the stamping mill? No. Did I turn water skins on? I did not. Let's turn water skins on. Let's turn water skins on and then make some pickled goods. Just to make the lizard super happy. Speaking of super happy, army population finished. Nice. Got ourselves an alchemist's hut, which is pretty sweet. Throw that down somewhere. Would love a frog in the stamping mill, so let's swap you out. We collected all that meat already? Holy. That's crazy. How did you do that so fast? It's getting more and more ridiculous to hold on to this. None of these hit particularly a lot of people. I'm just taking the clay pit because I feel like it. Because I'm infinite of X-pilled. Hey, there's that trade good pack we needed. Also better pipes. Training gear would also be very handy. The smelter would give us pie too, which would also be very handy. Those are sure both really good, huh? I guess smelter. The pie is probably best. Just make that. Keep a little bit of flour around. Yep, just grain is going to take care of literally all of our food needs forever. Eventually I'll need dye if I start making paste, which I guess I could in a field kitchen, but that feels bad. Hi. Hello, lighthouse. Giant spooky lighthouse. What do we got for this? We have resin. We could cleanse it. What's another impatience point? Fossil leaching is also very strong. But on the other hand, we have one single node of sea marrow, so who cares? This is just cleanse the lighthouse. This is gonna be a lot. I have a harpy on the hearth, right? Yeah, okay, good. Because you guys can only ever... Because you guys have to have minimal amount of trips back and forth from there, that's for sure. I can salvage this for 5 parts, and I already have a trapper's camp. So, I love the sound of 5 parts. That's a lot of berries, too. And a lot of clay, which is good. Oh yeah. Turn that in so they can carry more stuff. Should have done that immediately. There they are. Okay. I was wondering. They only would have needed 1 trip to the warehouse if I had clicked that button faster. But I didn't. I guess distillery's okay. It gives me incense for 1 person. Boy, that sucks. Actually, these are terrible. I don't want to use any of these. Pardon. That's my throat. It's full of things. It's full of phlegm. I have 90 money. Where did all that come from? Those trade company names? What? It's normal. Just like everything. I have all the money. Let's just get everything. Oh, there's arguments for a lot of these. Just click that button. It's fine. Open up scrolls and paste. Open up slightly better water skins. Let's just open up scrolls and paste. That's fine. That's a good enough reason. You hadn't unlocked the companies. It's a surprise. Oh, I didn't know you hadn't unlocked the stuffs. Yeah, these guys play a role in lots of things like world events and stuff. It's neat. I could use you opening this cache, if you don't mind. Want this to go as fast as possible, so I think I'm just gonna burn all my Seamaro on it. Hopefully that gets done relatively quickly. You told me we only have like 4 settlements right now? Gosh. That is surprisingly low, I will admit. It's a good game though. Should play more of it. And the unlocks help massively, by the by. It's like... It's definitely, they definitely are a big part of, making the game easier on yourself. Boy. I'm completely out of leather. I need more people on the ranch so we can convert more of this grain into leather. And maybe I want to prioritize leather, cap it at 40 so we always have some around. That's probably the smart thing to do. Alright. I'll do the smart thing. Speaking of things I could do that are smart. Oh wow, you guys took care of all that already, huh? You guys work fast, that's for sure. I need to figure out a place to chop some wood so that I can make space to get into glades. And also, I am doing this in some kind of meter for reasons unbeknownst. How are we doing here? Oh, we're gonna get it in before the storm hits. Beautiful. That'll be downright lovely. Excellent. Alright, you guys get to making pie. Y'all get to making porridge and skewers. Love a second lizard handling that. Can I pull someone off of something? Yeah. We don't need that much meat. Go help turn the meat into yummies. Now we're in the storm. What do? What do indeed? Also, we got a lighthouse. Woo! Just throw that right in the middle of town. That'll be calming. Mind the bone spikes. Maybe we can handle level 4. Frogs will be a little upset, but we'll be making porridge and pie. And eventually that'll make them not upset. I found no water in here also. That's a bit of a bummer. So if I put a lizard on the hearth, I could favor the, oh no, I can't because I took counterfeit amber. That's where my massive amount of amber is coming from. Right, because I took the get a massive amount of amber cornerstone. That one. Whatever. We have an absolute massive truckload of wood. If the frogs get upset, I'll just burn some wood for a while and depend on their slower than average resolve drain to carry me through. That up a little. Oh, I didn't hear the crap. Oops. That's why I don't usually play at fast speed. It's like, whoops. Lost someone for no reason whatsoever. It's my bad. That was very dumb of me. I thought the porridge and pie would kick in faster. New friends. Whichever, it's fine. Should be enough housing. Good. Alright. I only have 7 frog villagers. This does very little. Aesthetics build versus just spamming shelters into a slum. You know, it's more efficient to just Lego these together to make an ugly village. Can't deny that. That up. Some of those guys to the Citadel. Let's collect this pipe and this metal, that's fine. Someone on the farm. Cobbler needs someone else in it too, and then I'm out of people to build. It's fine, I've got people working on temporary stuff. I'll just wait for them to finish. It's fine. I'd love some hostility reduction, Farlef. And a victory point, sure. It's like counterfeit amber's ridiculous. Everything. I'll just buy everything. Seems good. Because I have money. Also buy some metal to make tools out of, but we have a ton of them already. And we have a lot. But I'll get more during the storm. Let me transmute wood into planks via trade. Could you? That'll speed things up. Then call it good. It's certainly fine. Market's okay. Explorer's Lodge is also okay. We got a lot of things that are okay. I'll take Explorer's Lodge. It feels appropriate with this little lizard district we have going on here. Keeping a good amount of leather now. In fact, we're running through all of our grain, which is a good thing. It means we're using it properly. We could relinquish that amount so that you're not making packs of crops anymore. Farlef is leaving. Take care. Goodbye. You like what I did with my park? Thank you. I think it looks good. Now I have to think about what I'm going to do to get the hearth fully upgraded now. Let's see. Some plants down here. Behind the house, we'll have like some barrels and some boxes because the explorers need materials or whatever. Here we'll pretend this is a pretend that's a park. Still need 2 things. Still need 2 things. Some rain punk barrels here. bench outside the cookhouse so people can wait for their meal. We did it! Finally got a forger's camp. I can get this stuff out of the way. I've been waiting for 10,000 years. It's actually way smarter to have frogs on the farms, now that I think about it, because they take less frequent breaks. Well, that sure would have been smart to do before. Sure would have. Shimwa. The forest is like, do I hate them? Do I not? I don't understand what's going on. Need this for paste. I can't really make paste until I get more people. And I guess I want to make all the flour in here because it's more efficient. Well, it's questionably more efficient. The frogs do get a 10% bonus to doubling, but then again, using 5 instead of 7 probably offsets that by a mile, if I had to guess. Which it is a guess, because I am sure as heck not doing the math on that. Sother the Ancient. Hello, how you be? I'll take all your blueprints, because I have infinite money. And call that good? Could buy your pipes, I guess. They are a big pain in the butt to make. Could also grab some scrolls for the Explorer's Lodge. Something to do with my money. Seems okay. Also gets trade and industry done. That's a bonus. None of these? None of them, though, actually. They're all kinda bad, though. Alright, the drizzle's done. That brings in 4 people. I still haven't made enough housing for everybody. Well, specialty housing, but it's probably fine. 17, 18, yeah, okay. That's good. We good. We got plenty of bricks. What's our bottleneck for everything? Is it fabric? It's fabric. That shouldn't surprise me in the slightest, given that this isn't piped up and is also producing food. Yep, those are very good reasons that would be slow. It's all fine there. I can afford to put people in the tincture and the rain mill now, though. Seems like a fine idea to do that. Could also make scrolls if I wanted to, but I think the paste is more important. But I guess if we're sitting on a whole bunch of extras, we could make it. But only in that case. If I break into this glade there's a chance I win during the storm and have a nice year 6 win. Which I'm okay with. Let's upgrade the drizzle really quick. 'Cause I need the water. We'll get a cup of water. Oop. Wait, don't do that. You might actually crack that before the storm hits, and that would be terrible, in a way. Alright. Pull a woodcutter. Down to 4. Gosh, that's a lot of blight. That's a lot of blight, and blight rot takes 10 seconds to burn off. Let's solve that problem real quick. No wood. We'll break into them for tools then. That's the whole point. Alright, we definitely found enough to win the game with. Petrified tree, how am I gonna actually do that? I guess make some tea. Sure, I'm gonna make some tea. Granted, I'm also not gonna have time for that if I'm gonna win this fast. I should really push for the win right now. Yeah. See if I can win before year 6. Break these, get enough tools for both caches, get them rolling on that. Call it good. Okay, you have all the stuff you need for that. So you go here, that should be enough for that. Pull another woodcutter. Be very happy about having like plus 15 to carrying capacity for these things. Right? I got a plus 10 to carrying capacity for something. That's what I got for breaking into the Forbidden Glade. Am I making that up? Am I hallucinating? Hello? No, yeah, it's right here. Scouts pack. Plus 10. Plus 10 and a plus 5. We have a plus 15. So they're bringing over everything. Good. And that'll get done before the storm ends. So we're just good. You could heal that with tea as we make it. Sure, come on in, guys. Who cares? I think you're going to love it here once you have housing. Until then, you may hate it here. But, you know, eventually you're gonna like it. You're fine. You're gonna get a house soon. You'll stop being drenched. Here we go. Settlement complete. We opened the cache. Year 6 victory is pretty good for me. Normally I am a lot slower on that. We'll grab some obsidian box parts. Oh, what did we open up? Forsaken Town and Forsaken Town. Hey, 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 you want to do a Forsaken Town? If there's one thing about the DLC I haven't done yet, it's figured out what the Tarnished Necklace is for. So I kind of want to do this and do it for free, and then hopefully I find a Blighted Viceroy along the way somewhere. It might be just what I do. And also, apparently I'm going this way now. It might be what I do. It might be what I do. That is, however, for next time, because I have a mild headache and could definitely stop now. So I'm going to, before I get grumpy and be like, sucks. So let's find someone playing Against the Storm. There's plenty of people doing it. Oh, this person's having their first look at Against the Storm? Oh, that's cute. Let's go read them. That'll be cute. Alright. With that settled, I want to say thank you very, very much for watching. Appreciate it a lot. The viewership helps out a ton. And you guys made it really fun for me, because I was all liked all this talking and stuff. That's a rare treat for me. And I'll be back on Wednesday, probably for Warframe. And, yeah. Until then, I hope you have a lovely day, or evening, or whatever it is. Because you're lovely people. You take care. Yes, driver, you definitely should get some sleep, given that it's, like, what, 3 a.m. for you? Possibly 4, depending on daylight saving time shenanigans. Go to bed. It's 3, yeah. Yeah. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go. As for everyone else, take care. Peace.